Hello and welcome back to Nan-Nan's garden. Taking the advantage of a bit of sunny weather after all this rain to make the next video, and I thought today I'd talk about things I've done wrong. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my runner beans, which were fabulous. I'm picking and picking like mad, but of course the thing I did wrong was plant them in the raised bed, which meant that I couldn't reach the top to harvest them. So I've taken all the poles out and let them flop, and this, of course, with all the rain, has made me have a shower every time I go and pick them. But there we are, a good harvest, and I can't complain. So another thing I did wrong when we got the new bed dug over, as it was just solid clay, I had read that if I put some gypsum in with it, it would help with the drainage. So I generously threw it onto the patch and found it really difficult to dig it in, I have to confess. And then it rained and it turned into concrete hard lumps, so that's difficult unless you're very fit and can dig really well, which I'm not and can't. And then as the soil, I tested the soil and it was neutral, but it had no nutrients in it at all. I tested for all the ones that the kit came with. So I bought some Grow More nutrient balance, and I generously lobbed some of that in each time I planted something. This has caused a lot of the plants to grow too big and have no flowers. I've got so many of them. The Ami Majors, they grew to about 4 feet tall, which I wasn't expecting. As you can see, some of the Nicotianas, they're quite big as well. I have 3 peonies which grew lovely leaves, but they've not produced any flowers, so whether I planted them too deep or too shallow, I don't know. The Cosmos that I planted grew stems as thick as rhubarb, but most of them had no flowers. I've just got 2 plants that are in flower at the moment, and only 2 zinnias have had flowers. To perk up with a bit of colour, I did plant a load, about 3 dozen petunias, but then the cat came and dug it up. So there's some of my mistakes. I mean, I'm not getting rid of the cat, obviously, but he did the same thing last year, just as I'd planted all my bulbs in another border. So I think I'm going to have to lock him up for a while this year, so that he doesn't have a repeat. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting or amusing. It's all a bit hit and miss at the moment, and I'm hoping that next year will produce a better result.